Today, students across the country held demonstrations as part of the so-called Million Student March, demanding free tuition at public colleges, a cancellation of all student debt, and a $15 an hour minimum wage for campus workers. But when pressed by our own Neil Cavuto, one of the leaders of this march had a hard time answering exactly where the money for all of those demands would come from.
How's that going to be paid?
Great question. I mean, so at
Well,
my
you read
university,
all that stuff. Someone has to pick up the tab. Who would that be?
The 1% of people in society that are hoarding the wealth and really sort of causing a catastrophe that students are facing.
So where do they go? Let's say if you tax them, they're smart folks, these people, these 1% hoarders, right? So if they leave here,
yeah.
Then who's going to pay for all this stuff that you want?
If they leave
the country.
Oh, I mean, there's always going to be a 1% in the U.S.
Brian Kilmeade is the co-host of Fox and Friends and author of Thomas Jefferson and the Tripoli Pirates. She's talking about you. You're a 1%er. She wants you to pay, and if you leave, then she's talking about me.
Right. All right. We got a few things to go on. We have very similar backgrounds. I found this out that roughly 70% of students borrow to pay for college. Their average debt is about $29,000. But the good thing is you pay it back on a monthly stipend. It's not like they ask for $29,000 right after you take out and give back the cap and gown. It's a gradual giveaway. I also remember a system in which you have a coupon book and you pay it back. And if something happens where you lose that job 2 or 3 years later, or you're actually behind the 8 ball a little bit, you can actually delay those payments. There is nothing wrong with owing money coming out of college. And here's the other thing, Megan. You do not have to go to a $62,000 school or a $42,000 school. There are state school situations here in Sacramento. It's been incredible, very affordable. In New York, it's very competitive. And guess what? If the NYU accepts you, it's $62,000. If Ithaca accepts you, it's $55,000. If Syracuse accepts you, it's about $60,000 or $58,000. Guess what? Maybe you can't go. You have to go to a college that you can afford and you work your way up. If you're a genius, you get to use economic grants, academic grants, you go do it. That's the logical situation. Do I think some private universities could have their tuitions come down? Yeah.
But can you imagine? So listen, you didn't grow up with any money, nor did I. And at no point, I mean, my father had just died 3 years prior, when I was a sophomore in high school. At no point did it ever occur to me or my widowed mother, who was widowed at 44 years old, that someone who is rich should step in to pay for my tuition. That the 1%ers were supposed to swoop in and take care of it for us. We did what we could. She used my dad's insurance money. I took out loans. I paid them back. That's how it works in this country. And yet they want to change the entire system because it would work a whole lot better for them.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. My dad passed away in 9th grade. Same situation. My mom had to go back to work. We qualified for a lot of financial aid. But with that, I made a decision. I would take a guaranteed student loan, not the National Direct Student Loan. I don't want $7,000 a year in debt. These kids have debt, no doubt about it. But you have to be logical from day one. Did I want to go to Syracuse, Ithaca, and NYU? Absolutely. Could I afford it? No. But I have protested because of that. There's a reality to that. So this girl, Keely Bowen, a student at Northeastern University, I did give them credit for taking action. You don't like something, you should get used to in life some taking action. I just think this is the wrong action.
Well, they didn't have a lot of people taking action because their Million Student March had only 3,000 people signed up to attend, and down at the College of Brooklyn, only 30 people showed up. So good luck with that. You're gonna